This guy moves into a super cheap apartment, like, suspiciously cheap. He even wonders why it's so cheap. That night, he goes to sleep like normal, and then he wakes up, except he can't move. Classic sleep paralysis. But then he feels something moving under his futon. Now it's not just sleep paralysis anymore. He starts panicking internally. He lives alone, so if something is on top of him, that's a problem. He forces his eyes to look down, and there she is, a girl, long black hair, just lying on top of him, staring. Her eyes are dark, empty, not blinking, definitely not normal. And his first real thought, oh crap, followed immediately by, wait, because instead of being purely terrified, he realizes something very unfortunate. He's kind of into it. Not exactly the reaction you'd expect in a horror situation. Then suddenly, she disappears, just like that. And he just sits there thinking, what the hell was that? And that's how his extremely questionable ghost encounter begins ever since that first night. He has been getting visited by horrors. Can't move. Sleep paralysis part 2. But this time he immediately feels it. Something's in the room, watching him. He looks over, shadow figure, big glowing eyes. Definitely not human. It starts moving toward him. Slow, creepy, climbs onto the bed, and then she does that upside down spider walk thing, which should be terrifying. But instead of focusing on survival, this man notices she is not wearing a bra. Priorities. She's inches from his face. And then, just like last time, she disappears. Paralysis ends. He sits up, looks around, and just says, what a strange house. One night, he's watching a high school-themed adult video. She appears in a high school uniform. Another night, he switches to cosplay stuff. She shows up again, matching the outfit. But then, when he watches certain big content, she doesn't show up at all, not even once. And that's when he realizes this house spirit isn't random. She has preferences, and somehow, she's judging him. At this point, he decides maybe, just maybe, he should do something about the ghost living in his apartment. So he asks around, and gets referred to as spiritualist. She's from the same college. Looks normal. She comes over to check the apartment, asking how old the place is. He says 40, maybe 50 years. She walks in, and immediately, the ghost is right behind her, face inches away, watching. The spiritualist freezes, then suddenly screams, bolts for the door, full panic mode. He is confused. What happened? She won't even look at him, just yells, don't come any closer. She is shaking, terrified, and then she drops the bomb. The spirit haunting this place says, the guy who lives here likes to watch people use the toilet. Excuse me? Now she thinks he's the creep. She runs. He tries to explain. That's not even true. But yeah, now he's not just haunted. He's been slandered by his own ghost. After getting exposed by his own ghost, he decides something. If she's going to live here, she's paying rent. Man's fed up. That night, he hears noises. Not the usual sleep paralysis stuff. Actual movement. He gets up, walks to the kitchen, and there she is. The ghost girl, standing there, tilting, aggressively. She's stabbing the cutting board like it owes her money. Vegetables flying everywhere. Onions, carrots. Total massacre. He just stands there watching like, is she trying to kill me? Or is she just really bad at cooking? Either way, she's destroying all his food. At this point, it's not even horror anymore. It's grocery bill terror. She keeps going, full gremlin energy. And he finally snaps, please stop. Now he's not scared of dying. He's scared of starvation. After the kitchen chaos, he decides to actually cook. Apron on. Serious mode. He says curry is probably what he's best at. Looks a little rough this time, but he's proud of it. The ghost stands there quietly, just watching. He finishes, serves it, like they're roommates. 2 bowls, one for him, one for the ghost. At this point, this isn't a haunting, it's cohabitation. Then he remembers something. A priest once said spirits like the smell of incense, so he lights some, hoping maybe that'll do something. That night, she shows up, holding a bowl again, sniffs the air, and completely ignores the incense, because apparently, she prefers the smell of curry. Incense, useless, superior. So now he's not performing exorcisms, he's just improving his seasoning. And the ghost, still hungry. It's almost Halloween. The TV reminds him to get a costume. Meanwhile, the ghost is just standing in the doorway, watching him sleep. Normal roommate behavior. She remembers his parents sent him a pumpkin. She grabs a knife, starts carving, aggressively. She finishes, holds it up proudly, and the face she carved looks very questionable. Just unfortunate shape design. That night, she shows up again, but this time, she's wearing it. Pumpkin on her head, except the carved face, from certain angles, does not look like a pumpkin anymore, but more like D. And he just lies there like, is that for the festival? Man is haunted by abstract art. It's been a while since the Esper showed up. She starts thinking, don't you think something might happen to you? He's like, not really, confident, for no reason, but she says there's another place in the apartment she's curious about. The door in the back, the toilet. They open it, and there he is, a middle-aged man ghost, just sitting on the toilet, staring at anyone who walks in. That's it, he just stares. The MC immediately panics. Is it dangerous? She says no, he just stares, so I won't exercise him. Excuse me? Now he can't even use his own bathroom in peace. Man says he's switching to the convenience store toilet from now on. Reasonable response. But then, the Esper says there's another place. The bathroom. They open it, and there's a ghost girl. Apparently she was taking a bath, ordered pizza, answered the door with only a towel, and it slipped. Now she just crouches there, embarrassed. Don't look at me. The MC is losing it. The Esper, though, this one might be dangerous, so I'll exercise it. Interesting priorities. One ghost stares at people using the toilet. Fine. Embarrassed bath ghost. Immediate removal. She performs the exorcism. Ghost disappears. And now the apartment has one domestic ghost roommate, one toilet spectator, and slightly better bathroom privacy. Progress, I guess. The spiritual girl still comes over to hang out. They're eating together. Winter vibes. Hot bowl. Kotetsu. She says when she eats a lot, she gets sleepy. And then, she passes out right there, head down on the table, completely asleep. Now it's just him, and his intrusive thoughts. He slowly leans down, very quiet, very suspicious, absolutely zero survival instincts. Right under the table, the ghost girl is already there, staring at him, blocking the view. No blinking, just silent judgment. Man is debating life decisions. It's times like these where you decide, upper route or lower route. Lately, the spirit girl has been appearing inside his futon more often, just popping up under the blanket, staring at him. He thinks she's trying to scare him. At this point, he's not impressed. So one night, he decides to test something. He goes to sleep completely naked. No shame, no fear, just confidence. If she wants to show up, fine. He wakes up the next morning, checks himself, and somehow, he's wearing underwear. He definitely didn't put that on. Across the room, the ghost girl is sitting there, face covered, embarrassed, like she's the one who saw something she shouldn't have. So now we know, she's not just haunting him. She's managing his decency. This man can't even sleep recklessly anymore. He's curious, so he decides to test a theory. If she's real, she should show up in reflections. He grabs his phone, opens the camera. He's sign, nothing, normal room. Up behind the door, she's peeking, watching him test it. He tries filters, dog face, cat nose. Still nothing strange on the screen, which only makes him more suspicious. So he escalates. If reflections won't expose her, he drops his pants, confident, ready to prove she's there. Manga censorship kicks in, elephant mode activated, and instantly, from behind the door, she sees it, then panics, and runs away. Not angry, not scary, just embarrassed.